Hello everyone, it's Gamer4 here, back with another video, but this time it's a bit different. Because this time I'm going to be presenting my first playthrough of Armored Core 6. And it's going to be a nice break from posting in the usual Elden Ring challenge run videos I do. Well, not much else to say, but to kick back and enjoy. And since this is the first time I'm playing an Armored Core game, I was just playing around a bit and jumping on things in the intro area. Also spent a bit of time learning about the combat capabilities of my mech in this tutorial.
Time to fly, 621.
And after that introduction, I just get yeeted out to the next area, where I learn more about the high-speed combat that is this game. It's looking like this game is going to be fast and chaotic, and that's good. With the current objective of this mission, to find a mercenary license, I had to scour through a few Armored Core mechs in order to eventually scavenge what I was looking for. And after finding what I needed in the very last mech, I get introduced to the tutorial boss of this game. Remember, this ain't a FromSoft game if there ain't a tutorial boss, which had to be one giant ass helicopter that just loves to shoot missiles at you. Here you're gonna see me fail for a bit because I'm still trying to get used to the controls of this game. Also, I'm not gonna be using a controller to play this game. I'm gonna be using mouse and keyboard. Ooh, that destroyed me. Also here in the first boss, I learned that this game has a Sekiro-like stance system, that if you do enough damage, you can stagger them, which is exactly what I want to do to this big guy over here. But one thing I don't like is that I'm confined to an arena fighting the giant helicopter. It's capable of getting out of the border, but I can't. The key way I found to beating this boss was getting into melee range so I can hit him with my energy sword. Did a huge amount of stance damage, which means good damage overall. But with enough back and forth, it eventually goes down. And with that, the intro mission is complete. The building got in the way. It's gonna take a bit getting used to these fighting mechanics, but I think I'll manage. Afterwards, it's time for a lore drop cutscene.
A storm of flame that tore through the stars, leaving lethal contamination in its way. Coral, the kindling.
And a bit of introduction to our new license. Get introduced to how I can customize my combat capabilities of my AC. I can also change its paint job if I wanted to, place a decal, create a custom image if I want, and I can very much see this feature being abused, or even have loadouts if needed. Also did a bit of the tutorial it gives me so I can get a new weapon, and play around a bit in the virtual sandbox it gives me, which I can use to test out weapons and builds. And after learning all that, it's time to get right into the missions. Here I get introduced to the companies I'm going to be doing mercenary work for, one of which is Balaam. And the mission itself was a very easy just destroy mission. Also got a bit of bonus pay for destroying any other enemy units that get in my way. With my first official mission done, I get access to the parts shop, where I buy 2 huge pistols and extra shoulder missile. Then start up my second mission from the Archivist Corp group, another company in this game I'm going to be doing mercenary work for. Their mission objective was just to destroy enemy units. With that mission done, I take another mission to take out a few transport helis.
Looks like you got them all.
Then another one to fight an Armored Core pilot. This mission is supposed to ease you into Armored Core combat, which appears very tamed right now. But trust me when I say this is not a good representation of what's to come, because these types of fights actually get very chaotic. Well, after taking out the student AC pilot, our boss-handler tries to take us into higher stake missions. But before I do that mission, I take a request from the rival company to take down a giant moving mining rig which belongs to the third faction of this game, the Liberation Front, who decide to attach a giant fuck-off laser to the top of their damn walker. It's actually very easy to avoid if you just rush to the side of the rig. You might get hit 1 or 2 times, but it's better than fighting your way over them.
To the eye. Watch out, or it'll burn you to ash.
But once you're on the rig, you gotta destroy a few generators.
All sub-generators destroyed.
Then destroy the giant laser cannon that's on the top. But gotta be careful though, because it can still hit you. Whoa!
AP at 30%. AP at 50%.
Once that's done, you just gotta get the hell out of there when it explodes, and that's it. Mission complete. No, don't go. Next mission, I work with allied AC pilots to complete the simple objective of just destroying things.
Attack! Get in there, you maggots!
Near the end of the mission, an enemy AC pops up, but because it's a 3-on-1, it gets overwhelmed real easy. With the enemy AC down, I just complete the mission of destroying the electrical grid,
All targets destroyed.
get plunged into another high-stake mission, buy myself a few more toys from the parts shop, do a bit more of the tutorial, then attempt to scale the wall of a giant dam, which requires me to destroy a few things, which includes a giant enemy heavy mech. Also found a data log on the left side of the area. And after destroying a bunch of giant artillery cannons for some extra money, I meet up with the ally that I have for this mission.
Must be Raven.
Looks pretty rusty. And also get introduced to the first proper boss of this game, which is a giant Juggernaut tank.
Interesting.
Quite the entrance.
You ready to climb the wall?
Which is pure defense in the front, but pure weakness in the back.
That's the stuff. Walter knows how to pick 'em.
Eventually my ally Rusty leaves, and I have to take care of the giant behemoth on my own.
No repair kits.
Eventually got to the point that I ran out of ammo, so I had to resort to using my fists. Die! Die! Ow. This fight could have taken a lot longer, but then I realized I had mounted missiles on my back. I guess rockets, but it'll take a bit. Fist! With the mission over, I got a pretty damn good payout, but with a whole lot of repair and ammo cost. With the first big boss done, I finish up the training simulations, and take up a mission to collect a few data logs. After that, I get introduced to OC tuning, which is small upgrades I can give to my mech, and the arena where I can get the currency for the OC tuning. As for the arena itself, it's a place that fights can be simulated against enemy ACs that I can possibly fight throughout the game. Goodbye. It's also a good way of trying out builds in an AC versus AC combat situation. After doing a bit of the arena, I buy some new weapons. Whoa, what is this? Take a mission that introduces you to one of the most annoying enemies in the game, and that's because if you don't destroy them fast enough, they just disappear on you, and you're gonna have to try to find them and finish them off. There you go. And unfortunately in this place, there's a lot of these guys. Fighting them one-on-one is pretty annoying, but getting ambushed by them in an enclosed area is not fun, especially when you wasted your ammo on the prior ones. Also, they hit bloody hard. And after you finish locating and destroying the invisible ones that are sniping you in this place, you're gonna have to fight one that uses melee and hits hard. Also has an energy shield that is pretty annoying to get through. But once that mission is completed, it's time for the next one that concludes the chapter. And at first I thought this was going to be a stealth mission, but there's nothing stealthy about a 10-ton mech flying around the place. In fact, I was instantly spotted and just took a fat load of lasers right to the face. Fortunately, it's very easy to take them down. And after cleaning up this little section of the place, I moved on to the next area that has just about the same amount of enemies, but this time there's annoying snipers in the mix.
Updating your marker data.
With cleanup duty over, it's time to go to the next area where I fight another AC pilot.
Handler Walter. How many of your dogs must I kill before you learn?
But unfortunately, with the amount of repair kits I had to use, I was in a great disadvantage.
You may have survived a little longer. You had a different master. C1249.
I put up a pretty good fight in the first try, but I ended up dying.
Another dead dog.
In the second try, I did a little too many crucial mistakes, which almost led me to take the end. But I was able to sneak in the win with a very stubborn homing missile. With that fight finished, I restocked on ammunitions and repair kits, also getting stuck for a bit on the supply drop. Destroyed the objective that I came here for,
Wait, no.
and after standing there like an idiot, I just explode. Which leads me to get a voice in my head. And after miraculously surviving the coral explosion, it's time to fight the main boss of this chapter. And let me tell you, because of its energy shield, it's a very annoying thing to take down. Oh boy, what the hell is this?
Main system, reactivating combat mode. Equipped into the enemy craft.
While fighting this boss, there was two things I didn't expect. One of them was a giant screw everything explosion. And second, the main cause of death in my attempts, a giant flaming sword that has a huge sweeping area.
Left-hand ammunition right-hand ammunition
During all these attempts, I swapped my weapons a few times over because they weren't doing the damage I wanted them to do.
I'm sorry.
I also elected on using close range weaponry to deal most of the damage. And what that weapon might be? Well, it's the good old shotgun. In the right hand was a laser pistol. Even though the boss shoots out a lot of missiles, it's actually pretty easy to dodge most of them. But I did get nicked by quite a bit of them because my mech is kind of slow.
I've taken your comslink offline for now. That massive dose of coral nearly killed you. Please, you have to focus on winning this.
at 30%.
The enemy can't take much more.
At 30%. Left-hand ammunition at 10%.
It was a very close fight that took 6 attempts, but I was able to beat him. Praise be to the shotgun. There we go. I really need to start using my missiles more. With the boss done, I get an ominous warning.
The coral surge you were swept up in? That was just a glimpse. A premonition of the storm of flame that will burn Rubicon.
Oh boy. Get told that the coral is converging on one location.
Localized coral explosion caused by the surge. There's a certain directionality. It's headed straight for the central ice field, across the Arctic Ocean.
And with that, that finishes up chapter 1.
621.
For my first playthrough, I'm going to be doing a chapter by chapter series, so I'm going to be uploading the rest of the chapters later. And also at this point, for chapter 1, I was actually enjoying the game quite a bit. Of course, there was a few frustrating parts here and there, but it mostly came from the last mission of the chapter. Chapter 1 was a pretty nice intro to the game, but going forward, the game is about to get chaotic as hell. Well, it's the end of the video. It's nice to upload content that isn't just Elden Ring challenge runs. Pretty nice to branch out a little bit. And as always, this has been Worn-Out Gamer 4, and make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and click the bell notification for alerts when I post a new video. And thanks for watching this video and my previous videos if you have as well. Later.
Number RB23, call sign, Raven. Your records have been updated. E-rank virtual encounters are now available in the arena.